it's pop, disco, grunge, rap, rock and roll, heavy metal, or another genre. R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. These tracks changed music history for good. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 decade-defining songs of all time. For this list, we've looked at a combination of the most commercially successful songs, the most influential records, the tracks that stood the test of time, and which best reflect the decades in which they were released. Number 10, Lose Yourself, Eminem.
You had one shot, one opportunity.
As our ultimate decade definer of the 2000s, it's appropriate that Lose Yourself opens this list.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
Written during filming breaks on the set of 8 Mile, this is Eminem at the peak of his powers.
Time's up, over, plow, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but
the record draws on past experience and speaks to the listener like little has before it.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go.
When music is this powerful, it has you believing that you really can do anything.
Once in a lifetime, you better lose yourself in the music.
With Grammy Awards and an Oscar, it's clearly Eminem's crowning achievement and one of the naughty's best.
So here I go, it's my shot. Feet fail me not. This may be the only opportunity that I got. You better lose yourself in the music the moment.
Number 9, Like a Virgin, Madonna. As the first single off her sophomore effort, Like a Virgin was the record that really propelled Madonna into the public eye. Lyrically, it was especially racy, but musically, it stood out as well, as Madonna favored actual musicians to the synthesizer sound of her first album. Based on her performance of the tune at the first MTV Video Music Awards in 1984. The soon-to-be Queen of Pop was clearly as excited by the song as the rest of us were. And decades later, still are. Number 8, Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley.
The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard the knocked out jailbird sing, let it rock.
A track from his movie of the same name, Jailhouse Rock enjoyed worldwide success and quickly became a flag bearer for the rock revolution.
Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Elvis Presley was a performer perhaps unrivaled in history. He had a raw voice, a cheeky charm, and dance moves that made you blush.
The rhythm section was a purple gang, let it rock. Everybody let it rock.
Affectionately dubbed the King, Elvis and his Jailhouse Rock marked the beginnings of his rise to the throne.
The warden said, hey buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair, let it rock.
For many, he was the face of the 50s, yet this bluesy, blistering number lives on. Number 7, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana. If the 90s are responsible for popularizing one music genre in particular, it's grunge. And Smells Like Teen Spirit was certainly a trailblazer in that regard. Nirvana smashed into the mainstream with Awesome Apathy, and a record that rings in your ears for days. Inspired by graffiti left by a girlfriend on Kurt Cobain's bedroom wall. It's a typically Nirvana combination of loud and quiet, subdued and severe. It didn't hold back and continues to stand the test of time, which is why it's on this list. Number 6. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, The Rolling Stones. Written in America during their first stateside tour, legend has it that following a less than successful gig, Stones guitarist Keith Richards awoke in the middle of the night with this riff fully formed in his head. The band would record and release it within 3 weeks, scoring themselves a number 1 in America and Britain. It's social frustration, sexual frustration, and musical pleasure. It's a double negative, but do we really care? It may have come out in the 60s, but Satisfaction still rings oh so true today. Number 5. Stayin' Alive, The Bee Gees.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. The music loud, women walk, I've been kicked around since I was born.
It's the epitome of what's known as the 70s signature disco sound. After the Bee Gees wrote a few tracks for a movie, including Stayin' Alive, they became the faces of dance floor fashion. Saturday Night Fever proved a huge success, thanks in no small part to this high falsetto phenomenon. The song put the Gibb brothers atop worldwide charts and got them a Grammy. It's shown no signs of dying out and is still go-to disco. It just demands to be danced to. Number 4. Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen. Okay, hands up if you've ever tried to sing this. And hands up if you've failed.
Really matters.
Yep, that's pretty much everyone. Bohemian Rhapsody is just one of those songs that redefines what we previously thought about music.
I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
In an era before MTV, its video accompaniment was part of the success. But the sheer ambition of the track is what scored Queen their first American top 10 and 9 weeks atop the British charts.
Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
It's opera, it's life, and it's brilliant, even now. Number 3, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin.
There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying staring to heaven.
At over 8 minutes long, Stairway to Heaven is an all-out epic record.
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen.
Lyrically, it's luxurious. It's said that Robert Plant was reading The Lord of the Rings while writing its parent album, and the influence is clear.
There's still time to change the road you're on.
It harbors a spookiness that's only heightened by suggestions of satanic messages within its makeup, and a beauty that no amount of devilry could ever steal from it.
I know I'm down the road. I
Not to mention the fact that the ambition is quite amazing, and atmospherically, it'll be forever hard to beat.
To be a rock and not to roll, not to roll.
Number 2, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, The Beatles.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand.
Their first US number 1, this record provoked a British invasion of America and turned Beatlemania into a multinational frenzy.
I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney co-wrote the song and collaborated on the vocals to produce a sound that became so Beatles and so 60s.
And when I touch you, I feel happy inside.
The hysteria surrounding the Liverpool 4-piece was so loud that Lennon later admitted to playfully changing the lyric hand to gland during live shows.
I wanna hold your hand.
In truth, whatever they sang was successful. By setting the 60s trend, they shaped modern music for decades to come. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
There must be some kind of way out of here. Say the joker to the thief.
Good vibrations. Say your prayers, it's a one. Don't forget my son to include everyone.
He could play a guitar, it's like ringing a bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, go. Imagine all the people living life in peace.
And happiness I have known too, but it's right, because you're mine. I walk the line.
Number 1, Beat It, Michael Jackson.
They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't want
After topping our 80s list, Beat It has appropriately beaten everything else to the top of this list, too.
beat it. Just beat it.
Why? Michael Jackson was the first black artist to get regular airplay on MTV, and this song's choreography-filled video was one of the most played. But that's not all. With an unpaid Eddie Van Halen on guitar, and MJ's signature vocal style, Beat It also carried unrivaled charisma and attitude. It danced its way to the top of music charts worldwide and collected 2 Grammys. He's the king of pop after all. Where else would you expect he'd be? Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite decade-defining song? For more chart-topping top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.